Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Holy Wrath Paladin, the Sathrovarr edition. So Sathrovarr, battlecry, choose a friendly minion, add a copy of it to your hand, deck and battlefield. It has really found a home in Quest Druid, there's a video of that already on this channel, and in Holy Wrath Paladin. Why Holy Wrath Paladin? Well, Sathrovarr obviously does not help with the combo. Holy Wrath Paladin is a combo deck, so the key combo is Shirvallah, Baleful Banker and Holy Wrath. You play your Shirvallah, which has been discounted, you Baleful Banker it back into your deck when your deck is empty, so it's the only card there, and then you shoot that Shirvallah right to the dome with Holy Wrath, dealing 25 damage. And because there are 2 Baleful Bankers and 2 Holy Wraths in this deck, you can do that twice on different turns, or if you have them discounted with the Emperor Torsen, you're even able to do it all in a single turn, so that you can pew 50 damage to face in one turn. Now obviously Sathrovarr does not help you do that. Sathrovarr is a pretty expensive card, you just can't combine it with the Holy Wrath. However, what Sathrovarr allows you to do is that you play your Shirvallah, which probably costs nothing, then you Sathrovarr the Shirvallah. So now you have Sathrovarr and 2 Shirvallahs on the board, 1 Shirvallah in hand and 1 Shirvallah left in the deck. So you can also play the one from your hand because it costs nothing. And then you could have Sathrovarr and 3 Shirvallahs on the board in a single turn, which will mean that the Shirvallahs with Rush and Lifesteal, they're just going to clean up that board, they're going to heal you a ton, and they're going to present a fairly solid threat, while still having 1 Shirvallah left in the deck for eventual combo. So this has really been a major improvement to the deck. All sorts of these sorts of late game scenarios where you survive to that point, and that's going to heal you up a lot, and sometimes you don't even need the combo anymore, because the power of Sathrovarr and those multiple Shirvallahs is just so big that you can just win games with those. Other than that, it is business as usual. It's a combo deck, so you really want to draw. There are lots of cards that draw cards in this deck. Most importantly, there's 2 copies of Crystology, which draw 1 attack minions, so the Elven Archer, Blood Mage Talnos also draws cards, Novice Engineers also draw cards, Crystalsmith Kangor, and an Acolyte of Pain that also draws cards. I've been really reluctant to use Acolyte of Pain in this archetype because you often have your hand full of cards that just draw more cards. And Acolyte also draws more cards, and it draws multiple cards pretty easily. So sometimes you just mill yourself when using Acolyte. But I happened to face some greedy decks that I was just 1 or 2 draws short of being able to defeat them. And after that I reluctantly added Acolyte of Pain to my build. So this is now 1 card different than the theory crafting build I made for Hearthstone top decks before Sathrovarr was released. In addition to Crystology, Prismatic Lens is another major card draw tool. Sometimes you have to be careful with Prismatic Lens because it can draw stuff like Shirvallah, and then it makes a spell cost 25 and then the spell will be unplayable. So especially if you're in a matchup where you need both Holy Wraths, like you're facing a warrior or a druid, then playing Prismatic Lens before you have either the Holy Wraths or the Shirvallah out of the deck can be a little risky. In addition to all the card draw, the deck also has a bunch of board clears. There's Shrink Ray, there's the Equality, a couple of Consecrations, a couple of Wild Pyromancers, and Zephyrus the Great, which can also be used to produce some board clear cards if necessary. Overall, it's a pretty fun combo deck. It's also a pretty decent deck to play against Shaman, for example. You have so good control tools that you also have timeouts, so you can clear some boards and you can stall the game. Very nice. And that Sathrovarr combo just gives you a lot of play a little bit later in the game. Sathrovarr of course also buffs up Quest Druid, so the Quest Druid matchup has become more difficult, even with those multiple Shirvallahs, because Sathrovarr and Khun in Quest Druid just give them so much armor. But overall the deck is still pretty nice. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're generally looking for your main card draw tools. You're looking for Crystology, you're looking for Prismatic Lens, and other than these, you can consider keeping something that's relevant to the matchup. Maybe a Consecration if you need to deal with white boards, maybe a True Silver Champion if you expect to deal with individual minions. But most of all, you're looking for that card draw, and that will solve all of your other problems later on. If you enjoy this content, you can support the channel by joining as a member or as a subscriber on YouTube and joining as a follower or subscriber on Twitch. And now, let's go look at Wrath of Sathrovarr in action. So I needed to put in a bit more draw, even though Acolyte, as you have seen in this stream, if you've been watching, it is clunky to use in this deck. I really don't like it, but there isn't a better alternative, and I needed to speed up my draw just a tiny bit. But Acolyte often risks overdrawing, and when I play against inexperienced Holy Wrath players who play the net deck builds, which all have an Acolyte, then they just meal themselves on a regular basis. But now we're not facing a meme deck, now we're facing the good old Shaman deck. Alright, please don't get a taunt lucky. I think I'll just kill it right away. There's pretty decent potential that the 11 Archer can 2 for 1 even. Maybe he could just play like a Sandstorm or something. Need to try to prevent the Shaman from snowballing. And that obviously is not an easy task if he has the evolve. Coin Hammer would be nice, but maybe Coin Lens is better. I do want to limit the number of minions. Oh, Squelch doesn't work. I actually think this is Coin Hammer. I need to prevent the Shaman from getting a board. I need to prevent the Shaman from building a board where he can just play the Flesh Shaper. So if I can delay the Flesh Shaper, not give him enough mana to play that, then that's good for me. 2 luckies in hand now.
I hope you like my invention.
And I can deny the Flesh Shaper board again. That's good. So that means that I can easily afford to play the Prismatic Lens this turn. And I can take the trade there, so still no Flesh Shaper board. 8 cards in my hand. Second, this deck Warcraft. Not really, because Sathrovarr, well, maybe it's kind of okay. Sathrovarr helped this one too, but it also made Quest Druid impossible, just about. Because Quest Druid just gets so much armor now. I kind of want to consecrate this. He clearly doesn't have the hair, but he could have the Flesh Shaper, which has been unplayable. But it becomes playable if I play the Novice Engineer. But I currently don't have a tool to deal with that. I think I'll consecrate that. We'll keep the Flesh Shaper out of this for another turn. Buy a little bit of time to figure out something. Well, next turn I can no longer obviously deny the Flesh Shaper. So this turn I could play the Emperor. He wants to deal with the Emperor, right? Now we're playing the Emperor here. He wants to deal with that. I don't need the 50 damage in a single turn combo against Shaman. And now he can't value trade that with the Flesh Shaper. But there are of course plenty of other things he can do. Like Urchok it. Surprising that he runs main deck Urchok. Oh, is he going to trade it with the... Oh, no, he could trade it. Well. Okay, this is good. This is good so far. So 9 cards in hand. But I can do Pyromancer, Crystology, Flash of Light on the Pyro. And this is some kind of Pyro play. So we open with the Pyro, then we do a Crystology, then we do Flash of Light on the Pyromancer, get rid of the rest of this stuff here. I'm still at 9 cards. This one trades away his 8 drop. Like this. 9 cards in hand, so if I just play the Acolyte, I go down to 8, he can mill me. I don't have my key pieces yet. If I play Talnos, no, Talnos could be good with the Consecration later. So I will just play the more expensive Novice Engineer here. Alright. 9 cards in hand, 12 cards in deck. Cycle Talnos too soon. And Talnos can be useful because Shaman has a lot of 3 health minions, so Talnos Consecration can be useful. It's still possible. There's some quality evolving. My hand is full. I haven't seen any quality, I haven't seen a Shrink Ray. So we need to get to those tools. I do have a 2-mana timeout here, so I could play that. Like timeout Prismatic Lens, Crystal Smith Kangor is possible. Do I always need to timeout this turn? I guess I kind of want to, yeah.
Should
And I can play the Kangor out there, it's fine. 9 cards in hand. Well, like here I would have the Talnos Consecration. It doesn't quite kill everything, but it does kill most of this stuff. Unless he has another Evolve or something. It only leaves the Infiltrator alive. And of course the 4/1 Ancestral Guardian. This gives him the card draw, but I know that, I know that. So, hand is full again. Talnos Consecration, 4 mana, True Silver Champion. To kill, what? The SI7? Or the Life Stealer? Both are 4 drops. Talnos Consecration. Kills most of this stuff. 8 cards in hand. I could go down to like 7 cards. No. I'll kill the Life Stealer. And I can draw with this. 7 cards in hand. Alright. 7 cards in deck, 7 cards in hand. I still have the Zephyrus available. Then I have the Sathrovarr combo. Once I can find my Shirvala. Okay. That's a bunch of minions. I have 2 board clears left, one with the Pyromancer and then one with the Zephyrus. Okay. Right now I don't have a timeout, I don't have an Equally Dead, I don't have a Shrink Ray, but come on, I'm going to draw some of that stuff. Or then not. Okay, so if I play Crystology, I will draw the Novice Engineer. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Alternative is Zephyrus Twisting Nether now. If I draw Novice Engineer draws, and if it draws Holy Wrath or Shirvala, I'm not doing well. I've seen both evolves. So I suppose I need to play the Twisting Nether this turn. I think Twisting Nether is fine. Let's do that. Here's the Twisting Nether. And There goes the board. Too bad that I managed to draw the Novice Engineer with that, because that means that now the Christology is useless. He still has Life Drinkers left, so I don't think I take a swing to the face. I don't think that accomplishes what I want to accomplish.
Of course it's the right way.
Okay, some damage coming in, so I would need to find the Shirvala or something. I have 2 Holy Wraths here. Well, now is engineered to draw a card.
Should I?
Yes, I believe so.
I hope you like my invention.
What do I pick up? I pick up a timeout. So I have the option to time out. Do I drop 1 Holy Wrath to the face and then time out?
Should I?
I totally could. Let's drop 1 of these to the face. Then I will just time out here. And I killed the Life Drinker so that he can't bounce that. I think that's fine. 8 cards in hand, 2 cards in deck. Obviously now I'm down to 1 Holy Wrath, so I have that 25 damage. Which means that I need to deal damage to him by other means as well.
Engaging TC-130 until dislocated. I'm almost out of cards.
And it turns out that Shirvala is the last card. Well, I can draw the Shirvala with this Holy Wrath here. So there's always going to be Holy Wrath to the face.
I'm out of cards.
Then it's going to be Shirvala and Sathrovarr. And these Shirvalas, one is going to kill the Lackey, and the other is going to kill the Mind Control tech. And there's no reason for me to play more cards on this board at the moment. He has 4 cards available. This cannot be stolen with a Mind Control tech. He must not take any points of damage. He can play a Shudderwock. Then some stuff is going to happen. And then we'll see what happens if it's a Shudderwock play. If there's no Shudderwock, there is a Shudderwock. So then we'll see what happens. Mind Control deck doesn't do anything here. It's fairly unlikely that he can avoid damage, but it is possible. But that simply will not do. And we take the game. Beautiful. In Holy Wrath Paladin and in Quest Druid, Sathrovarr is really strong.
My blade burns with holy fire.
Also Quest Druid, it's really strong in Quest Druid with Kuhn. Rogue, eh? I might keep a True Silver Champion against Rogue. There's often something that I kind of need to swing into. But let's see.
Mind if I roll need?
What kind of rogue plays Loot Hoarder? I'm not quite sure. I think I'll just kill it. I'm not certain what kind of rogue they could play Loot Hoarder. I can probably play Prismatic Lens next turn. I'm just going to choose Silver. I try to just limit Rogue's board presence for the time being a little. Stay in this early game, not let Rogue get too much stuff going on. Nesot. It could be a Nesot deck, yes. Although Thor is still kind of bad in that one too. But it's possible. Completely possible. Now it's a lens time. So I can't deal 50. With the banker becoming more expensive. But I do have a pyro equality that can be used very early on. Other than that, I currently have no draw tools. So that sucks a little bit. Have a couple of consecrations. Ooh, Christology, that's sweet. 8 cards in hand. No need to do any kind of Pyromancer play here, no. Just Christology for some cards. 9 cards in hand. Well, now Rogue is easily able to get rid of the Acolyte. Do I just want the Crystalsmith out there? Keep drawing, get the Crystalsmith out there. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Even found my Shirvala. Let's play the Crystalsmith. 8 cards in hand. Acolyte is just so hard to use. Runs Hakar too. Really? Well, if it does that, then, well, that just means that I have to draw even faster. I suppose I have to deal with that. I could do like Pyro, Flash of Light equality to clear up all the minions. The other way around, it doesn't clean up everything. I think we'll do it this way around. When we do it like this, then it cleans up all of that stuff. But now, I need to start drawing cards. Can I get there? That means Acolyte is going to draw at most 1 card. Can I get more draws from the Acolyte somehow? Currently doesn't look like it.
I hope you like my invention.
Christology draws Talnos. If I really wanted to, I could do Pyromancer Christology. And Christology draws Talnos. 8 cards in hand. I'll just go with these for now. Let's just go with this for the time being. 7 cards in hand. Going to 8 once the Talnos dies.
I have no time for games.
I guess Sylvanas doesn't matter too much. Nine cards in hand, 9 cards in deck. I could play the Prismatic Lens. Also need to start discounting the Shirvala. Just getting rid of that Celiax is good here, I guess. Nine cards in hand. Alright. I don't expect a ton of burst from a deck like this. We'll see.
I'm free, and so is my curse.
So, if he has found the Hakar, that can be a problem. Emperor. this is just Emperor timeout. I'm not getting to 15 a turn anyway because the Baleful Banker was drawn already. This is just Emperor timeout. That will discount Zephyrus back to 2, so that I can kill stuff with Zephyrus. But if he finds good stuff, I mean he's only halfway through his deck. I'm 9 cards deeper into mine. But obviously if there is a good Hakar or something, that can make a world of difference. Oh, that will is interesting too. And then there can be an Assault. I have 1 Shrink Ray left. Sathrovarr is still in the deck. 9 cards in hand. Some kind of Pyromancer play. Pyro Acolyte, timeout. Pyro Acolyte, timeout. Holy Wrath. Something like this. 8 cards in hand, 2 cards in deck. So if he does not deal with the Acolyte, I have the combo next turn. Because there's only 2 cards left in the deck, so if you give me the draw, you're dead.
Smart moves. I concede.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that one. I think that was played the way this deck is meant to be played. He might backstab Hakar or something. Yeah, I mean, obviously he can always, if he finds Hakar, I will always lose. There is absolutely no out against that. Only out against that is if he has like Hakar staying on the board and I can silence it with, I can pick up silence from Zephyrus. But if he gets Hakar with Anka, then he should always just win. But thing is that I drew at twice the speed. Acolyte Elven Archer can sometimes also be used for card draw, but probably not in this matchup. I'll try the Acolyte Keep, see what happens. Well, it's not even a Quest Shaman. This player's playing some serious decks. Right now the Evolve Shaman without the quest, the Bloodlust version, is performing better than the quest version. So now we're seeing some serious Bloodlust gameplay in the near future. Or then just Hair and Evolve, I mean that works too. Lick him to the face. I'm not sure how I feel about that. He's probably... We'll see if he kills the Acolyte or not. I do want to limit the number of minions on the board a little bit. He can limit the card draw from the Acolyte to 1 now. Maybe that Lick into the face was correct. Just sacrifice the Slurper. Who cares about the Slurper anyway? Is he going to go face now too because the Acolyte can't... Nah. 9 cards in hand. I mean, I could play the Prismatic Lens. Then I would have to spend the coin. But I'm unlikely to get any value from the coin. I have the option to consecrate these. But I think what I will do is I will equip the True Silver Champion. Because let's say he plays Thunderhead and not an Evolve. So if he plays Thunderhead, I can consecrate and hit with the True Silver. And that makes life difficult. boy. Setting up for them bloodlusts. And evolves and stuff. 9 cards in hand. I'll probably have to use the Prismatic Lens here. Now my hand is full. But my hand can be unfulled with the coin. Just flash of light my face. Nine cards in hand. Okay. I have Talnos Consecration, but I do not have Equality, Shrink Ray, or Timeout. Talnos Consecration kills the frog.
Perplexing.
3 Murlocs will live. Talnos Consecration allows me to kill a Thunderhead. He was able to draw a 3 mana spell. He hasn't gotten an evolve draw.
I must ponder.
That's the lackey. Is he pondering what I'm pondering? Did you craft a golden 9 mana 5/5? No, you cannot craft it. I had the BlizzCon virtual ticket. You can only get it from that. Yes. This is what I wanted to happen. This is what was promised to me. Pyro Consecration can also do things. It could even kill the 1/1s. Well, 2 of them. I guess it's fine that there's a couple of 1/1s. So this gets me rid of the Spirit of the Frog. And gets me rid of the Thunderhead. Okay. Still 3 Murlocs to worry about. But that's a little less of a worry.
Mortals are so squishy.
But now if there's an evolve or a mutate, well, there is a mutate. He was thinking of playing it there. So he gets an 8-drop. That can be a problem. Oh, it was a Witchy Lucky. Oh, that's a Grom. Man, that's rough. More of these Murloc souls too. And that Grom. Can I even kill it? With the power of equality I can. But then he will have a bunch of minions. But I have to let the Groom live. Pyromancer. If I hit into the Grom, it goes down to 5. I play Pyro, Flash of Light. Pyro Holy Wrath, Flash of Light. That's what we're going to try. Not enough. Well, I needed to draw a bigger card. It was one of those 50-50 rolls, and I lost. So 3, 4, 5, 6 cards gave me only 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards gave me more, 7 cards gave me more. 7, 6 were odds. Or 7 out of 13 that I killed the Grom. It was a little bit over 50%, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. Feels bad, man. Now I can lose this. I think it's very unlikely for me to lose if that Grom had died. Lethal from hand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.